Hi, I'm Hazel, and today I am going to play around with the Dracthyr character creator until I figure out what my perfect Dracthyr looks like. Blizzard has talked a huge game about how very many customization options are available for these things. Something about 80 with a lot of zeros after it. And I'm here to find out, well, not really if it's true, I have no intentions of doing any math, but like what the different options are, what sorts of things you can customize, what the colors look like, what the hairstyles look like, etc, etc, etc. So let's play dress up. The first thing that you'll notice is that you get to switch here at the top between body 1 and body 2. This is changing your visage form on the right hand side here. It doesn't really impact your actual Dracthyr form. The Dracthyr forms are androgynous. You can make them buff, you can make them skinny. Well, sort of, we'll get to that in a second. So I'm gonna pick body 2, and then, yes, I promise, I'm really good at this game. I promise. Okay, so let's start with the dragon form. We have 6 categories with a number of things in each one, so we could be here for a while. First, I get to pick what color I want my dragon to be, and this will have no bearing on the visage form. The visage form is something that you can activate out of combat, and you can customize it independently, so you do not need to worry about being like a green dragon and then having, if you want pink scales in your humanoid looking form, you can totally do that. So you've got reds, you've got blacks, you've got bronzes, and lots of greens, and some teals, and blues and purples. You can be a big old purple dragon. Some pinks, and some white ones. The white ones are really nice, but I'm kind of on like a teal kick. So I'm gonna make mine teal, but you also get to choose an accent color and then how strong you want that to be. So let's turn it on to strong so we can see what the different options are. This is kind of giving you tummy, it's giving you webbing between your wings. Oh, purple. And you can also choose how intense you want this to be. So I'm kind of feeling, and I'm gonna have to remember, I'm gonna have to make like 17 screenshots so I can replicate this when this game actually comes out. Let's say this one, and then let's make it, you've got medium, you've got subtle, you've also got none. If you want to be a monocolor dragon, you can totally do that. I'm gonna say medium. And then let's work on our face. So at first you're gonna be like, Hazel, there's only 3 face options, I've been lied to. And yeah, but there's a lot more stuff you can do to the face. So first of all, you pick your 1, your 2, or your 3. This kind of determines how angry you look. I'm feeling like I wanna look at least a little mean. She looks too happy. That one's too happy. Let's go with a 2. And then you get to choose your snout. So only 3 face options, but 18 different snouts we can choose from. And you know, if you ask me, that's attached to your face. You can choose, some of these are going to have like, that's like a big storm drake looking thing. Some will have horns. Some are gonna have different, yeah, you got some nose horns there. You can have like a big ol' overbite if you want. I like the skinny looking one, I think. So either barbed or, where was the other one? There was like a bitey looking one. Yeah, barbed or worm. That looks like a caster to me. Evokers are a class that can be either a healer or a ranged DPS. And then you get to choose your horns. So horns have 20 different options. Taurens could never. Oh yeah. That one's broken. Some of them are very tall. I feel like they need to have some height to them because I chose such a flat face. I feel like I need to balance it out with something, yeah, kind of like that. One of these two. This is very Maleficent. I'm loving that. All right. And then horn color. And you may find yourself going back and backtracking later on. You'll notice that your horn color is changing not only your horns on your head, but you've got spikes in your throat, spikes in your thighs, spikes on your forearms. And if you're worried that you go, Hazel, I don't want thigh spikes. How am I gonna put on my pants? Relax. We can change those later if you want. What horn color do I want? I'm gonna start with something pretty neutral that kind of matches-ish, or at the very least something vaguely complementary. So with the whole green teal thing, I like that horn color, but I don't think it looks good with this. I feel like that would be a really cool contrast with like a black dragon. This is nice. I kind of like the ombre situation going on over there. And then you get to pick your horn jewelry. So you can put some guards on the top. You can put some bands on them. I like chains. I'm going to get this girl as many little drapey chains as we can, and best believe we're gonna find a few of them. So there's the first tab. You can also, of course, pick your jewelry color, which applies to your horn jewelry. So we've got like a golden red, a silver and blue. There's like a copper bronze situation. I'm normally pretty partial to copper bronze, but I think the silver blue kind of goes nicely with our teal dragon here. It's so tempting to go back and just change your whole dragon color so that you can see how all the other stuff looks with them. It feels like you're going to be able to very much make a dragon that does not look exactly like your friend's dragon. Like, you're going to be able to tell them apart. Okay, and then we have ears. 12 ear options. So you can have little nubs, you can have big ol' ears, you can have wings. Some of these may have some amounts of clipping with chains. I take responsibility for that because I'm the one draping her in chains. I could also have more horns. Why stop at 2 horns when you can have 4 horns? I kind of like the fins though. She's a caster, she's a caster. Short fins, long fins. Maybe not with that face. I need a website to tell me which fin looks best with which face shape, you know, what kind of haircut to give her. All right, let's just put like a yeah, like that. And then you get to choose the crest, which is your little, well, you can see. This is why this is a video, not a podcast. Well, so you can do fins or you can do horns. So, you know, you can make a spiky dragon, you can make a finny dragon. You can do both. I mean, not in the same spot, but you could do spikes somewhere, fins elsewhere. What was that last one? Scales? Ooh. You can also add some scales to the back. The scales are kind of cool for a caster. I'm sort of partial to the spikes though. The spikes make her look kind of cool. Anybody that spent any time drawing crayon pictures of dragons as a child knows that the spikes are like the most fun part. Yeah, big ones, okay. And now we can add some stuff onto the brow. You can add some more spikes there, or you can add some little fins there, or you can get like this little bone looking brow ridge. I'm feeling maybe the fins. I feel like that's a nice feathery, well, what if it was horns though? Ooh, too much, fins. And then you've got cheekbone options as well. So you can have right up in your face, you can have clean cheekbones, you can have thorny cheekbones, or you can have this little kind of bone protrusion. Almost like a face tattoo, but not a face tattoo because we haven't gotten there yet. Too much? Never. And then of course you've got cheek options. I say of course, because you know, why not? I feel like the length of the face is balanced out nicely by some lower fins, but we could also just leave that clean. You don't have to take something in every category. And then you've got your throat. So I started out with thorns. I could also do spines, which are fleshier. Good. Or you can have a throat fin. You can have like a little tickle. You could have a waddle. You know, a little tickle under the chin, chicken waddle. Kind of digging the thorn. Well, spines. You could also have nothing. You can leave it kind of clean. I'm afraid that if I leave things too clean, then my dragon's not going to look very fancy. I feel like she's keeping juice in those. And now moving on, we've got eyes. So you can choose independently from eye color whether or not you want your Dracthyr to be blind in one eye, blind in the other eye, blind in both eyes. I'm going to give her eyesight in both eyes. You can choose your eye color. You can also at this same time choose your eye style. So if you, I would maybe pick this one first. I'm gonna give her the cross eyes with the, maybe we keep the slit eyes with the really tiny pupil. And then you've got some different eye colors to work with, including some pinks and some purples. I want it to stand out though. I want you to be able to see them from a distance. So maybe not green. And then you've got face pattern, which is sort of like facial markings here. So some of these do actually impact body as well, but fear not, we're gonna be able to change those too. So you can add like a line on your snout. You can do a little bit more. You can do a little less. And this is, it's Let's do none for now. That was for face pattern, and then you've got face markings, which is separate. So you can mix and match the patterns and the markings as you choose. You don't have to have any, you can have a little extra eyeliner under your eyes. You don't have to have any stripes on your snout if you don't want them. However, I do feel like I do feel like I want them. So let's grab at least, ooh, I kind of like the under eye one. What if we do none of those and then we go back for like that? That one? Yeah, getting somewhere. And now we have the body size options. So there are 4 of them, and this is where you get to choose how jacked do you want your Dracthyr to be. So 1 is going to be the most slender option, and then there's 2, fills it out a little bit, 3 fills it out a little bit more, and then 4 is the one that really pumps out your legs as well as your shoulders. So there's the difference between 4 and 1, because I feel like that's what a lot of people are going to go for. There are some nice middle options here, but I think that people are either going to want a skinny one or just like a ripped one. I'm kind of feeling number 2. Yeah, the legs are only bigger in the 4th one. I'm kind of feeling number 2. And then you can choose whether or not you want your torso spikes. Those are going to be the front ones across the shoulders, which also kind of impacts the way that your markings sit on you. So I think I'm going to take the spikes down, but then her arm spikes, which are on the back, those are on the back of her forearm. I think she needs those. Those seem important. Those look functional. You can also, you've got a toggle option here for your leg spikes, depending on how smooth you want your thighs to be. And then here's our body pattern slider. So this is also going to change how things sit across your shoulders. So I would make your face decisions based on how they look on your face. We are also able to change your marking color. So I think the default purple is pretty nice, but you can preview how they look with different colors and then decide whether or not that makes you want to go back and change absolutely everything. And now we have 2 more categories, and you're not going to believe this. You can, in your character customization, add armor to your Dracthyr, and it stands to reason that this is something you can also do in the barbershop. This helmet right here makes me feel like this is the closest we're ever getting to Sethrak. Something about the hood reads real Sethrak over here. But you can add not just a helmet, because, you know, a headpiece, we've had like tiaras before, although don't worry, we're getting there. You can add not just a headpiece, you can add shoulders. I like the chainy ones. You can add like chest plates. You can add kind of a corset looking thing. There's different options here. You can add a breastplate on top of it if you want it to be more armored. And then you've also, you know, we'll get back to the upper arms, but you've got bottoms that go with this. So I am curious to see how regular armor fits onto a Dracthyr, because it almost kind of feels like they're saying, here's a bunch of armor that is custom made to sit really nicely on your Dracthyr's body. You have an option that's gonna look awesome for you in case you don't like the way your regular transmog looks. Like, I'm sure they can wear transmog, but if it just looks weird or something, then at least you have this to fall back on. Let's go back and pick what armor I actually want. So I'm saying no breastplate and give me my corset back. There we go. You've got some upper arm options. You can add some wings or kind of like some bracers. I like the wings. And then lower options, sure, just bling her right up. And you can also change your wing jewelry at this point. So we've had rings on this whole time, but you can also do talon caps, or you can do nothing if you like. I'm kind of into the talon caps. There we go. And now there is more. So you can add kind of a belt here if you like. You've got the breechcloth options, or none, you know, if you prefer. There's the thighs. So I had already jumped ahead and given her thigh chains, but there's also thigh sheaths. Thigh. Yeah, I mean, it all looks pretty good. Let's just keep with the chain theme. And then you can add some boots as well, or just some ankle bracelets if you like. And then we have tail options. So this we can choose the end of your tail as well as kind of the general length of it. You can make it a fin tail. You can make it a club tail. You can make it a spiky tail. I kind of want some spikes going on. There we go. And then of course you can add more or less spikes or fins to your tail. Spikes are the correct answer. Okay. So there's my Dracthyr. But now we get to work on the Visage form, and that's its own entire can of worms. So I'm going to be working on this version of it. And like I said, you can do this totally independently from your casting Dracthyr forms. So No need to worry about making it match, although I feel like I would like it to match. I want there to be some indication that it's the same person. So you've got your skin color options here. You've got your face options, and I know already that these are gonna hit criticism for looking too much like blood elves or too much like humans. I feel like they look a little bit more like humans than blood elves, but they do look a little bit their own, at least to me. Face options, they're all cute. And then hairstyles could take me a while. So you can be hairless. There's warlocks. Get it? Some really nice waves with a braid. I love it when they add new hair to WoW. There's a super cute pixie cut. Fluffy, messy one. Oh yeah, that's what we're talking about. This is what the people need. Look at the volume on that half ponytail. You cannot tell me she does not have extensions in there. There's the bob. Very cute. Mohawk. A thick braid. Beautiful fishtail braid. Jaina style fishtail braid. Folklore level braid, we love it. Spiky. There's a half knot. Kind of like a chopped, angled bob. And then we're back to, nope, we're not back to the bun. The bun was in the middle. There's the 12. You've got some curly pieces in front of your ears. You've got like some nice wrapping in the back. You know, the hair at the nape of her neck actually goes into the bun and doesn't just kind of like fall off like someone cut it. It's nice. This one's called No Man. This one, ponytail, not to be confused with full ponytail. Same volume, but without the half down part, but with some extra braids in the ponytail part and some bangs. There's the lock bun. Lock knot. An undercut. Real fancy one called ornate with lots of braids and lots of little rings in it. Another short one. Not to be confused with the pixie cut. Here's the wild tail. Real long, low ponytail. How many more are there? Just the one more. Twin buns. Yeah. Fluffy. Okay. The winner for me, where was that braid? Give me my braid back. Thick braid. And we have 31 hair colors. 31 hair colors. Do I want her to have teal hair to match her dragon form? Probably. Which hair color do I miss having most in real life? Blues. Wow, these are vibrant. Oh, that purple's nice. That purple's really cool. Oh, I love the muted eggplant purple. That was what I was trying to do with my hair the first time I dyed my hair. I'm going back to the teal though. I kind of want it to match her Dracthyr form. So let's work on the rest of her face now. You can also do hair highlights, which is your secondary hair color. So let's actually add these in. For the braid, it looks like they're gonna just kind of tack onto the bottom of it. Whereas for other hairstyles, so let's just say we wanted pink with the teal. And then let's just see real quick what that looks like with other hairstyles. So the different ones will show it differently, but generally speaking, it's kind of like a dip dye situation, generally speaking. Looks like the bob's got some streaks. But more or less, you're talking about having the end of your hair a different color, which is always something that's fun to do. Ooh, that's nice. And pixie buns. Okay, so give me my braid back. One braid, and then the hair highlights, and then you can choose hair decoration, which is again something that will sit differently for every hair dress. So hair decorations adding some delicate chains with some gems to your hair. And where they're gonna sit is customized to each individual hairstyle. So for the bun, they're like woven all 4 ways through the tail end of the bun. Man, people are gonna be mad just because this is so beautiful and because now the older races' hairstyles and customizations don't feel like this. You just gotta play Dracthyr. I loved the way they were woven through the braid. Ooh, the twin buns get work. They get a net. Oh, that's so pretty. That's like medieval. Okay. Give me my braid back. Braid. And then you can choose your hair decoration. Look, it's got a little dragon in it. She puts a dragon hairpin in her hair. She is a dragon. Okay. Going back to horns. Because I feel like her face kind of wants them. You have 20 different horn options. And if you're thinking, those horns are really dark, I don't want them in that color, fear not, we're getting there. You have so many horn options. And I kind of want them to look I wanted them to look reminiscent of her horns. And you can kind of see them side by side if you want to like actually go ahead and try and match them. But the height though, although that is looking pretty good and that's kind of a match. So let's make a match. Although, oh man, that pale gold is nice with that green, I think. What if she just had like a gloss job done on them? What if she just gets her horns lacquered at a horn stylist? All right, horn stylist it is. And then of course, horn jewelry. You can have it match if you like. Here's her chains. You can choose yourself a headdress if you like. That one does have some chains, but it really kind of feels like that's gonna catch her eyebrows. Let's turn it off for now. You can once again choose if you want to be sighted in one eye, both, or neither. And then you can pick your eye color. So I feel like I gotta make that match. Yeah, we'll leave that as blue. You can choose your facial scale pattern, which makes a pretty big impact on the face of your Visage dragon, especially because the scale pattern appears to be the thing that gives her the illusion of eyebrows. So without that, she doesn't really have eyebrows, which I know is a trend. Let's start with this. And then you've also got scale color to contend with. So you can make that match your hair in your Dracthyr form. You can make it complementary. You can make it something completely different if you like. You have basically free reign of dragon colors for your scale colors. It will auto select for you colors based on your Dracthyr colors, but you're free to go in and edit them if you like. I kind of love her with the pink. Does this say something? Should I be a red dragon instead? Hang on a moment. Well, pink dragon. Oh, she's kind of pretty in blue. Nope, 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 nope. Keep your conviction. I was doing scale color. So you've got scales in your shoulders, you've got scales on your face. I'll just give her pink. Do whatever you want, live your life. You can choose your ears. Very much elf style pointed ears, although they've also got little thorns on them. The medium ones are nice. You can choose your earrings, of course. I would expect nothing less. I want the upward thing. Yeah, that's it. And then you can pick your nose. So if you're worried about the face options feeling limited, fear not. You can change more things about it. You've got chin options, 1 or 2. That's if you want scales in your chin. Let's keep the scales off her chin. You've got some necklaces you can work with here. I'm just gonna leave her without one for now. And then your jewelry color, once again, will also apply to your jewelry on your horns. So let's just consider this in a vacuum. Let's not worry about her Dracthyr form. She got the gold package at the horn salon. Oh, the jewelry color also applies to your hair jewelry, so bear that in mind. Yeah, we gotta do that. We gotta do that. I feel like the only thing that's a little bit iffy, I'll go back to the scale color, but you can actually now select your character's underclothes. So before they would come with one depending on their body type, But you've got some options now, and if you're worried that Blizzard made things not sexy enough, it's okay. Don't worry. We have bra with neck piece. We have sexy bra with neck piece. We have more of a athletic option with like a high back piece. And then you've got number 4. So the one thing I will say is that all of these do have a neck print going on with them. So if you wanted your character to not have a necklace at all, you might actually be kind of struggling with that one on your Visage form specifically, because it appears that all of these bras are attached via the neck. I wonder if that could be something looked at. Let's give her the sexy one, and then you can choose your bottoms as well. So we've got a boy short option for this character, but you can also, if you prefer, fear not, you can still see her butt. I actually really like the boy shorts. I think those look really good. You know, remember, keep in mind that your underclothes will show underneath your armor if you are transmogged into something that will reveal them. We can choose our body scale pattern, and bear in mind your body scale color we set earlier, and we can also change it. So you can do none if you want. Where's the fun in that? Yeah, I like that one quite a lot. So I think, I think this is basically it, but am I really giving her pink scales out of nowhere? Nobody else has pink scales. Listen, nobody ever told you, nothing says that you have to be consistent in life. So I think that is the Hazel Dracthyr. I'm in love with this. This is perfect. This is what I'm doing. This I could play with all day, but I feel like once I'm spitting fireballs at people, I'm not gonna be super worried about it. Okay, let's take a look at the body 1 options for the Visage form. So I am primarily interested here in the hairstyles. You do have some basic face options here. They do, generally speaking, look pretty smooth, but I betcha you can scale that right up. 21 hairstyles for him. So there's his hairless, his warlocks, cartoon villain, prince. He's got a version of the Untamed one. He's got a good side swoop. Short locks. A mohawk. Spiky. Messy. Little top knot. There's the mane that he started with, which is really hard to argue with. The messy, long braid at the bottom. Could also do some top braids. Some over-the-shoulder waves. Messy ponytail. Or some short hair. All right, give him the mane back. Again, 31 hair colors. And then let's give him some highlights, because especially with this particular style, let's see where the highlights actually fit for one. Let's see if he had like a light purple highlight. It changes up the hair pretty significantly, actually. They look so good in this style, though. So you get his highlights in there. You know what? He needs pink. He needs pink highlights. And then you can choose your hair decoration. You can also see a little bit where it fits. It looks like there are some that have, he can have the little care clip that my Dracthyr has in some of these hairstyles. Some chains. And then you can go in for your horns. These, I imagine, are going to be the same horns available as we saw already. Yeah, you got the broken ones, And indeed, the same kind of horns that you can put on your Dracthyr, generally speaking. So if you want to make them match horn-wise, you can absolutely do that. We want height. Yeah, there you go. You can slap some horn jewelry on him. You can give him headdresses. Fill out the forehead. You can add some more scales. Yeah, he needs some face scales. He needs some of that. He needs them to be... Oh, yeah. He can have a mustache. What in the extra piece of rope is this? Thick mustache. And then, of course, those can work with your beards if you prefer. Yeah, they make a little more sense if you add the beards. That one, for example, connects up with the goatee if that was something you wanted. Give him big old beard if you want. Same options with eye colors and stuff. I kind of like him with the silver eyes. And then longest possible ears. Put some ear guards on there. You don't want to get your tips damaged. You can mess with his jewelry color. Of course. And then over here, he's got a chest strap. I want a chest strap. He's got an asymmetrical, just for fun, man. That's cool. Same thing, you've got an underclothes top, so you can choose to hide that or include it if you want. I think this is the first time that we've had an underclothes top available for this body type, so cool to see. We can turn that one off completely if we like. And then you've got bottom options. So you've got the shorts or you've got the not shorts. You can change the color. Was I able to change the color on mine? I must have been able to. And then you can, of course, choose your body scales. Oh yeah, he's looking good. He needs the chest strap though. Can I wear him just like this? Does no damage, wearing no armor. You know what? If you're in your Visage form, you don't need to be wearing armor. This is just for walking around town. So that is Dracthyr customization. There's a bajillion combinations. It's really something that you're gonna have to try for yourself, either when the dressing rooms of the fan sites get them online, or of course when Dragonflight comes out later this year. I am so excited. I'm so excited based on this. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think and have a wonderful, wonderful day.